Look what we found this morning. We've been watching Darlin for weeks, thinking she was gonna have the baby. We hoped to come to you live so you could watch the live birth, but we just missed it. But we're just gonna show you the first maybe first few minutes or maybe an hour of a baby's life. You can see that Darlin hasn't passed the afterbirth yet, but she has a beautiful little baby here. Blake, you wanna go check and see if it's a boy or girl?
Yeah. Little girl.
Little girl. Man, she's tall. No wonder her mama was so big. So, we missed the live birth, but you'll get to see the first few minutes of a foal's life. She's already standing up, but she's still wet. Blake slept down here last night in a camper trailer and woke up about 5:15 and called me and said, "Dad, she had it." And so I ran down and came, and this is what we found. Darlin was still laying down when Blake came out.
Bella, come here.
But the baby was already trying to stand, and so now the baby's trying to nurse, but mama's still hurting. She hasn't passed that afterbirth yet. Mama's still hurting, obviously. We're irrigating right now too, so you can see the water in the background. Blake, wanna go put that thing down? So a beautiful little filly with a star on its forehead. Looks just a lot like her daddy. Her dad was a bay, just like she is. Baby sure got a lot of energy. Mama still doesn't know what to do. She's nervous and in a lot of pain. Oh, she heard the feed and now she wants to go eat. Blake, why don't you bring a Flake over here? She's nervous and wants to eat, but doesn't want to go over there. It is. So those of you that might be joining us, Darlin just barely had this baby. It's about 5:30 in the morning. And Blake called me. He had slept in the camper. Said, "Dad, she finally had it." But we missed the birth. But the baby's just still wet. And mom hasn't passed the afterbirth yet. So we're just gonna show you the first few minutes of a baby's life. It's amazing how she's up and moving. It is a little filly. She's got a lot of energy and moving around. Mama's not too into her though. I'm a little concerned. She wanted to eat, but she isn't checking on her baby too much. This is Darlin's first baby. Look at the baby already kind of running around. It's amazing how these babies have so much energy, and within minutes they're already starting to move around. Look at that. That is so cute. Bella, Bailey, get away. The dogs eat the afterbirth, which is kind of gross, but that's why they're hanging around. And most of the time, a mama won't would be really concerned about dogs around, but Darlin's used to having our dogs around. So here we go. Baby's trying to figure out nursing here. Doesn't know quite where to go, but knows that it's hungry and wants to try. So any of you that are watching, welcome to the farm on Route 66. It's a beautiful morning. It's about 48 degrees. Baby's just been born. We just missed the live birth. We know that because baby is wet. Mama hasn't passed the afterbirth yet. But it's a healthy little girl. You call a little girl a filly. And she's trying to figure out the nursing thing. We got the pigeons over here coming to join us and check things out. It's gonna be a beautiful sunrise here in a little bit. Every time baby gets close to nursing, mama kind of moves around. It causes her to contract to have the baby nurse, and she doesn't like that feeling. Look at that. That's amazing. Oh, good. It's good to hear Darlin show concern for her baby. That's a good sign. Darlin's a first-time mama, and I hadn't seen her show a lot of emotion towards her baby yet. But when her baby just ran off a teeny bit, Darlin made some noise and showed some concern, and that's always a good sign. Man, this baby sure likes to move, considering it's just minutes old. Now, Darlin will need to pass this afterbirth that's hanging down here. And she will. But as the baby nurses, that will cause those contractions that will cause her to lose the afterbirth. There's been a lot published and taught about imprinting a colt or a baby horse, and we will do that, but I always think it's important for them to bond with their mom first. Just make sure they know that's where they go for their source of food and protection. But then in the next, probably even today, later, we'll love on this baby and get the baby used to humans also. But we want it to know that its first source of food and protection is mama. We want her to learn to nurse, and she's trying to figure it out here. She's looking, she just doesn't know exactly where to go yet, but she's definitely trying. I'm just so impressed how quickly this baby's moving, and a lot of strength, and the legs are pretty dang straight. A lot of times a baby, after being folded up inside mama for 11 plus months, this one's almost 12 months because she's gone over a few weeks. But a lot of times the legs have been folded up inside of her and they come out pretty crooked, but this baby has some good straight legs and a beautiful, beautiful filly. Hear the train down there tooting its horn this morning. This baby's got a lot of energy, a lot of strength, and those legs get stronger every minute. They go from barely being able to stand and to being able to run within the first hour. But this one's more active than most babies I've seen. I'd love to see her nurse. She's got to get that colostrum that is in mama's milk that first 24 hours or so. So if you're just tuning in, we tried to show you a live birth. We've got up in the middle of the night for weeks to check on her. And Blake even slept in a camper trailer last night, and we missed it by just a little bit. But Darlin had her baby. It's a little filly. And the filly's still wet, but look at it already moving around. Has lots of energy. Really cute. I think the first little bit of this video I was doing sideways, so I apologize. Or maybe it just wasn't projecting right, but anyway. So this is what a baby foal looks like. Just, it may be 20 minutes old. Now, that's kind of gross. The dogs are trying to take the afterbirth. Hey, Missy, Bella, get away, get. And I can't believe Bella was just letting him do it. Or not Bella. Darlin was just letting him do it. Bella, get. That's funny. The baby scared him away by running after him. So she's got the afterbirth that needs to come out, but it's better if she gets it to, if she contracts and gets rid of the afterbirth on her own. If you try to pull it out yourself, you can rip it and some of it can stay up in there. And if you have some retained placenta or afterbirth up inside of her, that can get infected and cause some real problems. So you want it to come out. Bella, get away. You want that to come out naturally and completely, not rip it and have just part of it come out. Look at baby. Baby's at least figuring out where her milk is. That is awesome. This baby is so healthy and smart. Anyone that's tuning in live, Darlin had her baby about maybe 25-30 minutes ago, and she's already running around. Her legs are getting stronger. She's trying to figure out nursing once in a while, and she'll get it figured out. There she goes again. And Darlin's doing great. Look at this. Isn't it amazing how God just puts it in them to know where to go and what to do, and it's just amazing to me. We're getting irrigation this morning on the farm. So in the background you see water everywhere, but that's not typical of Arizona. That's just typical of irrigation day. Oh good, Mom's acting concerned. Those of you that have been watching for a little while, you always worry with the first time mom if they're going to be a good mom, and Darlin was so docile that I hoped that she was really bonding with her baby, because she just was so laid back. She didn't seem to care much about the baby. The baby's still wet because she was just born, and Darlin just didn't seem to care, but now she's starting to show signs that she really does care about this baby. If the baby runs away very far, she makes noise and is concerned. Now, those of you just tuning in, Darlin has not passed her afterbirth. That's what's hanging back here. It's kind of gross if you don't like to watch gross things, but this is how it goes. Blake's kind of loving on the baby here, and Mama's concerned, which, like I say, is kind of a good thing. But you think? Yeah.
It's got white on its tail. If you look close, there's white all over. It's real.
Really? That's awesome, Blake. Those of you just tuning in, this is Darlin. We've been watching her for weeks, thinking she was gonna have a baby, and finally she has this morning. We just missed it. Blake, our 15-year-old, is so helpful, and he even slept in a camper last night right down here by the arena, and he woke up. He had checked on her about midnight and was up this morning at 5 and checked on her and called me and said, "Dad, she's had it." So even though we've got up in the middle of the night many nights over the past 3 weeks, we just missed her having a baby. But we're just wanting to show you the new baby here on the farm and kind of show you what the first hour might look. Look at that. It's amazing. That baby can walk right under Mom right now. Give it a week and it won't fit anymore. So kind of fun. But this baby has lots of energy. It's starting to dry off. It's about 48, 50 degrees this morning here on the farm. We have irrigation. Oh, look at baby's gonna nurse for the first time. Hopefully those of you that have been watching have seen. Blake, let's go ahead and just let it try, bud. We want it to figure it out on its own. It's really trying. Thank you.
I'm gonna go turn on the irrigation time.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Why don't you turn off the one?
Going to here.
Yeah, does that one look pretty good?
Looks like it's off.
Oh, is it not going?
Well, it has all night, but it didn't water this section right here.
Oh, really?
Like the overflow section.
Well, go ahead and leave it on. Is it totally off?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah,
I'll
go.
drive by. If it's on, then I'll turn off. 'Cause it's like shut down on me.
That's weird. Yeah, go turn on the one in town. Thank you, bud. Hey. That car's in the way. So, welcome whoever might be watching out there. I'm impressed you're awake this early, and it's nice you'd tune in and watch us. Darlin had her baby. We think it's a roan, or I'm sorry, we think it's a bay, but as it's drying off a little bit, it may be a little bay roan, which we love roans. So we'll see. This baby's come right up to me. Mama still hasn't passed her afterbirth, but she will. It just has to take its course here. And as baby starts to nurse, that will cause Mom to contract more, and she will pass that afterbirth. But man, this baby has some energy. It's getting stronger every minute as it moves around. She's a beautiful filly. What do you think we ought to name her? Mom's name is Darlin. what do you think we ought to name baby? So I've been videoing now for about 25 minutes. And when I first started, baby I ran down as soon as Blake called me. Darlin was still laying down when Blake found her. Baby was wet. Baby's starting to dry off. Darlin's hungry. So this baby's probably 35 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. Hey baby, are you coming to check me out? Look at that. It's a hard one to video just because baby likes to move so much. Okay, so baby has not latched on yet for nursing, but has been trying, and she's gonna get it figured out. We'd love to video until she does get it figured out. If it doesn't last too long, you'll get to see baby get its first little bit of breakfast. Those of you that have just started watching, I mentioned that Darlin just seemed a little detached from the baby when I got down here. I think she was still just kind of in shock from the pain of labor. She was standing there, but there was very little emotional connection to her baby. But the longer I've been here, the more emotional attachment I'm seeing. If the baby, like that right there, the baby went behind her where she couldn't see it and went by the dog, and she got nervous and went back and checked on her. And that's a good thing. We want mama to be, look at that baby. I love seeing how much energy she has. After just maybe 45 minutes of life, she is trotting around. She's curious. She's just an awesome filly here. And Darlin, that afterbirth may come out as she's dragging it. Sometimes they'll lay down and contract again and get that afterbirth out, but a lot of times just the gravity will pull down on that placenta and on that afterbirth and get it out of there. So I haven't seen any comments as to what you think we ought to name her. If you have any ideas, let us know. Her mama's name is Darlin, and her dad's name was Mr. Drifter's Dude, I believe, was his registered name. Baby about fell over there. Those of you that have tuned in this morning, we're sorry we didn't get a live birth for you. We've really tried. We have watched this mare for weeks. I'll bet we check on her 20 or 30 times a day. Look at that, that's amazing. And yet we've just missed it, but the baby's here and it's healthy, and we're excited to have this new little girl here on the farm. And I'd love to let you watch it nurse for the first time. I just saw Julie Davis commented, call her cute stuff. That's a great name. Thanks for watching, Julie. She's one of our most loyal friends. We love Julie and her husband. What great people. I didn't know who would want to watch this, but since we've been trying to catch this live birth, we were planning on going live for that, and I thought, well, we'll just show you the first few minutes of Cute Stuff's life here. And I think Blake may be right. We may have a bay roan filly, which is my absolute favorite color. A bay, I'll show you real quick. These are bays here. We've got Chipper and Lex, who we hope are both pregnant also. Chipper's very dirty here. They call her, she's got a bunch of mud on her, but they call her a kind of a blood bay, just a real dark bay. The black mane and tail and the brown body. Then you got Lex here, that's also a bay, but she's just a lighter colored bay. And then a bay roan, which we're thinking this baby might be, has that brown body and black mane and tail, but then a roan has frosting on them. They have a white frosting. And if you look close, hey baby, did I scare you? If you look close, see how the tail has white in it, and the flank has white in it. So there may be some frosting on this little girl. Oops, sorry. I was putting my finger on the screen. Look at this. Hopefully she's getting the nursing figured out. She's trying, but she's not in the right spot. Come on, baby, come back here. Come on, Cute Stuff. She keeps running right into me. I don't know if she likes me or if she just curious what I am here. Mama doesn't like when she comes to me instead of her. Oh, she's getting so close. Right there, you can do it, you can do it. Once they get the first taste of milk, they'll know right where their source of breakfast is. Come on, baby, you can do this. Baby's looking everywhere. That's one thing I wish Darlin would do, and maybe she will after a while, but a lot of times mama will kind of nudge them back and kind of push them to position. But she's gonna figure it out. Look at that. Not quite on the nipple yet, but she's right there. Oh, you were so close. Come on, you can do this. Cute stuff, let's do this. Sucking, just not right on the right spot yet. The good thing is Darlin's not moving. Right at first when she would try to nurse, Darlin would move because it causes contractions. And so she didn't want to, or it would hurt Darlin, and so she would move. But Darlin's doing better. She's standing still. And baby's about to figure this out. Not quite yet, but she's gonna get there. She's trying hard and Mama's letting her try. So I don't know who all's tuned in. It looks like we have 10 people tuned in right now. I don't know if you're the same ones that have been watching the whole time this morning, but I'm just gonna update you on what's going on. I've been videoing for 36 minutes. This morning about 5:15 Arizona time, my son Blake called and said, Dad, she's had the baby. And Blake had slept in a trailer last night down here by the corral. He's so good to check up on her and help me out. We've gotten up pretty much every night for the past 3 or 4 weeks to check on Darlin, hoping to bring to you a live birth, but we missed it. But we thought you may want to watch the first hour or so of a baby's life. She's starting to get dried off. Darlin's doing good. She still hasn't passed the afterbirth, but that'll happen here soon. And cute stuff here. I think that's what Julie, one of our friends that's watching this, thought we ought to name her. If any of the rest of you have any ideas, let us know. But cute stuff is trying to figure out the nursing thing. Right now she's at the wrong end, but that's okay. She's looking. And as she looks and tries, she'll figure it out. It's kind of like life. You may not be doing the right thing at first, but if you keep working at it and trying, you're gonna figure it out. I am so impressed how strong this baby is. So, some of you have seen the first so Vicky, I can't see the whole comment, but my wife's up at the house and says she should be called slow something because it's taken so long to come. But all right, I'd really like to let you see her nurse for the first time, and she's trying. So look at that, almost to get it. Isn't that amazing that a baby knows that it needs to find milk, and it starts looking and trying, and she's gonna latch on soon. It just hasn't happened yet, but she's sure trying. I would love to see Darlin passed the afterbirth too, that would make me feel better, but it's not worrisome to me yet. They can retain that afterbirth for hours. And it's best if she passes it on her own instead of trying to help. All right, let's go, cute stuff. Man, she's sure trying hard. Makes me want to help, but on the other hand, I find it's best if they figure it out on their own. Because then, when I'm not around, they still know how to get it done. Kind of like our kids. If you can let them figure things out on their own, they're better off. Because you're not always going to be there with them to help them figure things out. So, all right, cute stuff. Let's get this done. We normally would feed Darlin in her feeder over there, but she was nervous. She wanted food, but she didn't want to leave the baby, and so we just fed her on the ground today. But it's a beautiful morning on the farm, irrigation everywhere. I haven't heard a rooster crow for a few minutes. Maybe one of them will help us out. Oh, she's so close. So close. So this baby is probably 1 hour old now. She stood up, she's run around, she's trying to nurse. And Darlin, her mama's being a great mama now. Just standing here letting her try to nurse. Mama needs to pass this afterbirth right here that's hanging down, but that will happen. Cute stuff decided to change sides, and so I'll change sides with her. Oh, there she goes. Oh, thought she was there. She was so close. Come on, baby. Back up a little bit. Back up. Ooh, ooh, you got it. Her mama's pretty engorged. Oh, right there, guys. There you go. We got contact. Cute stuff has found some breakfast. Right there. Once she latches on, that tongue comes out, creates a seal, and she knows where breakfast is now. Well, she knew anyway. God told her. I think these babies come with some instructions. God says, all right, once you come out, stand up, get some strength in your legs, and go find breakfast. Isn't that cute? Look at that. She's done both sides a little bit. How awesome. Right there. There you go. Awesome. That is so cool. So Cute Stuff has found breakfast. Look at her. She's got nice straight legs. She's dried off for the most part. Yeah, she's dry. She looks wet just because her hair's kind of matted down, but she will fluff up and not look wet as she dries out even more today, or as she lays down and rolls around. But she's nursing now and doing good. Darlin's doing good. Within not too long, she will pass her afterbirth. And we feel blessed that we have a baby on the ground that's healthy, and a mama that's healthy, and baby is nursing. So in 1 hour of life, she's stood up, she's run around, she's found breakfast. See, this is causing her mama to contract. When she starts nursing really good like that, God has planned it perfectly here. That causes some hormones in the mama to, or some, I don't know if it's hormones or what it is, but it causes the mama to contract having the baby nurse, and that will cause her to lose that afterbirth. You can see Darlin's kind of in some pain right now. Those of you that have been watching, she was just standing there, no problem. But now as baby's nursing really good, once in a while she lifts her leg because she's like, ouch, this kind of hurts. I feel like I'm going back into labor a little bit. But it's really just God's way of getting rid of that afterbirth. So look at baby. Baby knows where to go now. Listen to her suck, maybe. If she latches on, you can hear her suck really loud. So, pretty amazing. The miracle of life. We'll show you more of this cute baby as it starts to get older. Kind of an interesting story on this mare. This is not my mare. There's a couple that went on a humanitarian mission to Iraq to help the refugees that had been displaced and persecuted. And anyway, they knew I had animals and said, hey, would you take care of Darlin for us while we go on this mission? And if you take care of her, you can breed her to your stallion and get a baby. And so I told them I would, and so this is our baby. And Darlin is their horse, and she'll go back to them. And as much as I like Darlin, we have enough horses that I probably will need to sell her. But man, she's pretty. And if she ends up being a bay roan, like I said earlier, that's maybe my favorite color. Thank you, Beverly. Beverly just commented we ought to just call her beautiful, because that's what she is. So So Mama was getting a little concerned the baby was getting further away from her. She went to check on her. The gravity that's pulling down on the afterbirth and the contractions she just had while nursing may have caused her to kind of get rid of that afterbirth internally, because once it's released from inside the uterus or whatever, then it'll come out completely. I'd love to see that, her drop that afterbirth, but like I say, we're not gonna rush it. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. I've heard of people pulling the afterbirth out. Hey, beautiful. How are you this morning? She keeps running up to me, which is fun. Anyway, I've heard of people pulling the afterbirth on their own, but the problem is you tear it and then they retain some afterbirth up inside of them, and that gets infected and can cause a lot of problems. So you don't want to pull it out or rip it. So we'll just let it follow its course here. Kind of gross, but the dogs wait around and they like to eat it, which is kind of gross, but a lot of mammals eat their own afterbirth. I've noticed horses don't as much. They may nibble on it or just lick it a little bit, but cows and goats, some of them eat more of the afterbirth. Not all of it, but some of it. Well, Darlin, you did a good job. And little beautiful or cute stuff here, whatever we call her. Welcome to the farm on Route 66. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this wasn't too boring for you, but you've kind of got to see what the first hour of a baby's life might look like. And I would say this is typical, but maybe a little quicker than, ooh. She decided to lay down. She had never laid down since she had woke up or stood up. And she wasn't too graceful at laying down. But look at that, isn't that sweet? So I would say this has been typical, but also a little faster than normal. This little baby has a lot of energy. Look at it. Has a lot of energy, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm pooped. I've stood up for about an hour now. I've jogged around. I've got my first little bit of breakfast, and I am ready for a nap. So anyway, I've seen it take longer for babies to figure out nursing or to stand up and stay up. This baby, once it stood up, it just stayed up. Beverly, thanks for watching. And thanks for all of you. I don't know who all is watching, but I know Julie and Beverly have watched this morning, and maybe some others have. I don't know how this works, but I think we'll turn it off, and I don't know if it'll stay recorded for others to watch or not. We've never gone live. Darlin's concerned here. She's looking over the fence. There's some joggers or walkers down there on old Route 66. And she's concerned. I love seeing the concern that she has. Isn't that awesome? Her little baby got up and nursed, and now is just totally beat. But Mama's checking on her. And are you gonna get up again, baby? That wasn't much of a nap. So Darlin's gone back to eat and baby's going to sleep. Sweet dreams. Thanks for watching, everybody.